epic viewers from around the universe, prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today another riveting, captivating, stellar unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What item will I be unboxing? What item will I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to elicit the box. What item is encompassed inside this bulky, hefty, tangible, nifty box? Let's find out. I'm going to demystify the answer to that inquiry right here, right now, so bear with me. It'll only take me billions of picoseconds to extract the item from the box and subsequently flaunt it from the camera for you to feast your glorious eyes on. Here we go. The unboxing process is about to commence. The unboxing process is officially underway. What item have I prompted? What item have I drawn forth? What item have I elicited? Let's find out. The packaging can be relegated to the trash. It can be consigned to the trash. What item do we have? Engulfed in airbags? Let's find out. The remnants of the packaging can be discarded. Alrighty. We have a Toad action figure. It's still engulfed in plastic wrapping. I need to liberate him. I need to set him free. I can still retain this plastic bag. Does he have articulation? He has 3 points of articulation. He can rotate his head and he can swivel his arms. He lacks finger joint articulation. He lacks toe articulation, he lacks an ankle pivot, he lacks a diaphragm joint, but at least he has a couple points of articulation. He's practically unscathed. He's practically in mint and pristine condition. He doesn't have any major defects. He doesn't have any salient flaws. His head is a bit loose. It's not relegated to a disc joint, so the rotation is limited, or the I guess you could say the articulation features are finite or limited in this context. As I stated earlier, the articulation appertaining to the arms is limited as well, so don't expect to place this figurine into any dynamic pose that you can conceive. He can rotate his head 360 degrees at your own discretion. His arms can also rotate 360 degrees. They're now relegated by the restrictions of a ratchet. Or I guess you can say they're not confined to the movement restrictions of a ratchet. Maybe that sounds a bit more efficacious. I need to stop dwelling on semantics. Let's move on. He doesn't have any scuffs or scratches. He's not marred with dings or dents. He doesn't have peg holes in the bottom of his feet. Toad is a character derived from the Super Mario Bros. Series. Does this action figure appease me? Does he satisfy my needs? Does he cater to my niche interests? Well, I'm satiated, I'm gratified, I'm buoyant, I'm jubilant, I'm content. I love this figurine. He appeals to my niche interests. This figurine is quite intriguing. I'm an avid, devout Mario fan, therefore I'm apt to love Mario figurines. I love his sculpt, I love his deco, I love his hues, I love his textures, I love his aesthetics, I love his shadings. My only gripe appertaining to this figurine is that he lacks articulation in a multitude of areas. I would have also preferred if this Toad figurine were taller. His head seems a bit loose, the joint is not as sturdy as I would have hoped it to be. So his head may be on the cusp of coming off. He may be on the precipice of becoming beheaded in the imminent future. Only time will tell if he can sustain his integrity in the penning years. In the imminent future, His body parts may become severed, he may become dismembered, who knows. His well-being is an enigma. He's an inanimate hunk of plastic who cannot fend for himself. So, if he disintegrates, if he withers away, there's nothing that I can do to preclude that calamity. Unless I store him in an environment that can help him mitigate the repercussions associated with being exposed to the elements. But they wear us all out, not just Toad. Maybe he can fend for himself. Maybe he's cognizant. Who knows? I'm limited to perceiving the world through my five senses, or through the scope of my five senses, or through the parameters of my five senses. So I can never truly confirm whether or not this figurine is cognizant. He may be, or he may not be. I doubt he is, but I could be incorrect. Anyways, I digress. This figurine is quite stellar. He's stupendous. He's a paradigm of perfection. He truly embodies Toad. I love Toad. I think Toad is a peculiar. How do you pronounce it? Peculiar? I think he's a peculiar. I'm trying to recollect how to pronounce it. He's a peculiar. He's a peculiar, quirky, astute, shrewd, neurotic, paranoid character. He has trepidation of everything. But he's one of a kind. I think it's pronounced peculiar. Or peculiar. Let me just hear how it sounds. I'm so curious. Peculiar. I need to verify that. Hold on. Alright, I'm overthinking it. I don't need to mull it over anymore. It's peculiar. I need to say swiftly to avert making a blunder. I believe it's pronounced peculiar. Peculiar. Alright, there we go. I guess I just rectified the aforementioned blunder. So he's a peculiar, astute, neurotic, shrewd, timid, meek character derived from the Super Mario Brothers series. Is he Phoebo? Is he ludicrous? Is he absurd? No. He's just unusual, to say the least. So, here's a Toad figurine. Once again, you can vicariously view him through my perspective, or through the perspective of my camera lens. I love his intricacies, I love his nitty-gritty details. I recommend and advocate procuring this figurine via eBay for under $4 if you stumble upon him. So, those are my sentiments appertaining to this figurine. He's quite extraordinary. Are your sentiments akin to mine, or are they disparate? Please feel free to relay your feedback via the comment section below. I hope that you found this video to be intriguing and enthralling. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.